feather out. So. So let's go in. You need base, a little bit of the peptide and a little bit cream. Be mixing two colours, I think, for you. There's a slightly lighter one here, and I'm going to go in with a little bit more golden, and with this one actually I can just go with my fingers. It's a beautiful serum foundation.
I'm looking forward to this actually.
Yeah, it's a beautiful. See, it just gives a really lovely natural coverage. Nothing worse when it feels really heavy on the skin. Certainly for this type of look, I want it to look really dewy. I'm just going to take a small amount, just not too much underneath the eyes. Just gently tap that, and I can always go back in. So I'm just going to concentrate a little bit more, just a small amount. It's those sort of areas that the makeup can collect a little bit if you're not careful, so just gently buffing that out. And then I will be going back in with a little bit more coverage afterwards. So I've left the under eye area, and with that I'm going to go in afterwards. So it's kind of mirroring a little bit that underpainting technique, but I really like to, you know, base out with a little bit to start with, and then I'll go in and work a little bit of colour. And because on Rachel I'm doing like a cross between that glaze look and a bit of a strawberry, I'm going to go in with a little bit of bronzer as well. You can see. And then I always like to press in because I've gone in with that little bit of serum as well. And then just going in with a little bit of gel. You could go in with a bit of soap as well, but this is a really nice natural look to the brow area. do like kind of seeing where that natural arch is, and you can actually brush down and then fill in this area here and then brush back up, and then it just kind of fills any of those gaps. Stippling on. And with this particular cream formula, you can just layer the colour. It's really important not to overload too much with cream. Again, we were talking about layers. You are better going in with a really light layer, just pressing down. But it's all about the skin, really, this sort of look. So we're going quite soft. Close your eyes. And I love pushing it in between the lash line, just going, working this along. Got a little bit more time with it. And then work that in between. It just let's work a little bit that there. Same on this side. Perfect. Yeah. So where I've gone in. Okay. Same here. Perfect. Then I can tidy that up after. This eye here. Just going to take a little bit here. And then on this side. Like to do, certainly when I'm doing liner, it really depends on the shape of the eye, but I love to go with that natural shape that you can see the eye from here. Sometimes what is quite nice, if you open for me, Rachel, is you can also work it from underneath and then go up. Just making sure it still looks very, very soft. Working that back the other way, same this side. I would normally actually go in with a slightly smaller brush, but it matters. And then you'll see what I'm doing here. If you close for me again, Rachel, I've just kind of like elongated that a little bit more here, and then just really sharpened that line out, the same as this side. And then if you open for me, and you can see it just creates a little bit of a flick, but it's quite natural, so it's not too much. And then, you know, what you can do is either go in and thicken up this bit here. If you want it a little bit thicker, maybe, which looks quite cool. And I might do that on this side, and then I'll wait for that to soften down. You can see here. So if you look up for me. So I'm just going to clean up for so. Perfect. Great, just going to put a little bit on that outer. Tend to do one layer and then I'll be going back in with another once I've shaded underneath the eye. Just give you a bit. Just going to work. Just going to take this a little bit lower here. Same this side. Red here, it's like a poppy red really. I'm going to work that in. Perfect. The cheeks. And then it's really taking it up onto the temple area, stimulating it on. It's taking a little bit of that colour on the nose area as well. Just tapping that to the nose area. Just going to go in, work just a little bit. Just where you have got a few already, just enhancing those. So, and then soften it out. I'm going to just go in, just line out a lip. And then I'm just going to take my finger, just press, feather out. So. And then the side here. you've got